Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Psychopath Exposure. My name is Kita. I want to talk about why narcissists are like children. And this is something that I've been saying for a very long time. But one of our survivors in the community left a very good comment last week, specifically inquiring if I felt that narcissists are like children. And it's kind of funny because, yeah, absolutely. I absolutely do. Narcissists are definitely childlike. Imagine someone goes to prison for 20 years and all they know is their cell and whatever abuse the warden has in store for them every day, depending on what mood they're in. And they don't experience real life and society, and they don't see the growth of the world pretty much. They stop learning, they're in prison. Then they come out 20 years later and they return to a world where maybe now we have smartphones, we have all this technology, and they didn't have that 20 years ago, and they're like, what the hell is this? And they're just dinosaurs. And that's because they stopped growing as individuals, as human beings. And the same thing is with the narcissist. The narcissist, when they suffered whatever traumatic experience at a young age that triggered this disorder that has no cure, that's untreatable, and plagues them for the rest of their life, they stopped growing. Sure, they're intelligent. They're intelligent creatures, they can educate themselves, but there's a part of them that stops growing, and you can see how when it comes out, when those parts come out, for example, the tantrums, the brattiness, things like that, that's when you can totally see that narcissists are like children, because that's how very small children act when they don't get things their way. I want to read a comment that somebody left precisely about this topic about narcissists and children, right? And it goes pretty much like this. It's, do you think narcissists are children? Yes. Because my ex was a grown woman, but she acted like a child most of the time. Like mentally felt like she was a brat. I remember calling my ex a brat. I'll never forget when I called her a brat, and it just came out like that. And I saw the narcissistic injury that she sustained when I called her that because of some behaviors that she had just displayed in front of my parents on the first night that she met them. So this is dead on right here. It felt like I was speaking to a child most of the time, even though she's 25. My ex was also 25, so I can totally relate with this. Maybe that's why they lack empathy, or they can't feel their emotions, because they themselves haven't emotionally developed and have stayed in a childlike mentality. See? Here's someone that already understands what's going on, that already noticed that in their ex-partner, and now through the education, through the videos, through the community, through reading books, understands that they're all like this. That's why narcissists like fucking with you, because they're children and it's a fun game to them. And of course, children love to play games. They always want your attention. I mean, come on. Narcissists feed off of attention. They love attention. Even the covert narcissists, the antisocial narcissists, they love attention. And it's a different type of attention. Sure, they don't want to be the center of attention at a party because they're antisocial. They're going to be hiding in the back, covertly, spotting whoever they're targeting, right? Looking for their next source of supply. But they want attention from that source of supply. They want attention from all the people that they're manipulating and grooming and extracting little bits of narcissistic supply from. They love that attention. And when you starve them from that attention, they hate it. They'll go find someone else and they'll ghost you. So back to the comment. Again, children do that. They always want your attention. They never admit they're wrong, and they blame you. Children do that as well. Yes. Narcissists are never wrong, guys. Psychopaths, they're never wrong. They're perfect. They want perfection out of their victims, or let's not call them victims right now. From their point of view, it's their targets, right? Their primary sources of supply. They want perfection from you guys. But it's not a perfect world. We're not perfect people. It's our imperfections that make us awesome, right? But children don't know any better. And when something doesn't go their way, they do what children do, which is throw a tantrum, which is act out, lash out, cry, scream, give the parents a hard time. And that's why you walk on eggshells in case you say the wrong thing, and that upsets them because children are sensitive. And yeah, how many parents walk on eggshells around their children? Now, it's not that these parents are afraid of their kids. It's not that. But they don't want to deal with the tantrum. They don't want to hear the screams and the cries. So they tiptoe around their kids, especially when they're very young, try and soothe them. If they fall, oh my God, the kid fell, let's pick him up, instead of leaving the kid on the floor, realizing that he fell, he's okay, and he gets back up. Have you ever done that? Have you ever watched the kid when they fall, the first thing they do is they look at you. They just look at you to see how you're going to react. And if you react all panicky and scared, then the child starts to cry. But if the child falls and you laugh at him, and it's a game and you keep going, they start laughing and they get up and they keep playing, because a kid just wants to play. They don't know any better. So a narcissist just wants to play. They just want to play. They're just playing games. But if you react in a way that hurts them, that inflicts a narcissistic injury, that's when the demon comes out. That's when you're going to get the tantrum. That's when you're going to get this crazy, toxic side that you had never seen before. And all of a sudden, I know in my case, I was warned. I foresee changes. My narcissist ex told me, I foresee changes after a big fight we got into where I called her out on a lot of her bullshit, a lot of her brattiness. And she said, I foresee changes. That was the last day of the love bombing grooming stage. That idealization phase was over. From then on came the devaluation and a side of her that I had never seen before. So definitely, I feel narcissists are just like children. And if you can see them as children, you'll realize they're not powerful. They don't have power over you. It was a trick. You were scammed. You fell for a scam of a con artist. It's time to take your power back. It's time to take control of your life again. These are pathetic, low-vibrating creatures from hell. And you know that's true. That's why you're watching videos like these. That's why you're reading the books. That's why you're talking to people. Because you know that you're dealing with an entity from hell, and it doesn't make sense and it doesn't feel right. This is not how someone in a loving, caring relationship behaves. There is something wrong and you know it. It's time to start doing something about it. I really encourage everyone who's following this channel to leave comments and share their stories, because it's amazing how every comment that I read is like, yep, saw that before, experienced that, went through that. I know how that felt. I remember I couldn't sleep because of that. Oh, yep, my friend went through that. Oh, I worked with someone that went through that. It's the same patterns. These narcissist psychopaths have the same patterns. They inflict the same damage to all of their victims. And the more we become educated about this, the more we can spot the red flags, and the more we can be ready for anybody in our life that happens to be narcissistic and tries to manipulate us or take advantage of us. And then we'll be ready to fight back. We'll be ready to call them out. We'll be ready to terminate that relationship. So if you're new to the channel and you got some value out of this, please drop a like on the video. And if you still haven't gone no contact with your narcissist or psychopath, be sure to check out my free ebook on the link below. Download that ebook straight to your phone, to your computer, and read it over 1,000 times if you have to. Memorize it. It's a very easy read, but it's going to help you establish boundaries of no contact, so you can get these predators out of your life and give yourself a chance to heal. You can't heal if these monsters are still around poisoning your mind. You got to get rid of them. And I'm sure you'd rather date an adult Narcissists are children. Break up with them. Get rid of them now before they get rid of you. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Kita with Psychopath Exposure. Stay healthy, stay strong, be well, love yourselves. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.